What is up, everybody? Bill with Honest Open Permaculture Hop Farm, and I wanted to show you guys our new member of the farm. Check them out. These are a Rhode Island red rooster. Now my wife ended up, well, she's the one that ended up getting them for us because he was loose in the city of Greensboro, North Carolina, about 30-45 minutes from us. That's the city we lived in before we moved out here to Germington. And she saw on the Nextdoor app and on Facebook that this guy was running around the streets, and he was running around for a good week, 2 weeks. She said we could come get him if no one claims him. Well, what ended up happening was animal control ended up catching him and taking him in. And one of our friends, Corinne, that lived in the same neighborhood we did when we lived in Greensboro, North Carolina, she fosters animals, loves animals, and she said, I'll go pick him up and you guys can come get them from me. Well, my wife has been sick, so she wasn't able to go get him, so Corinne was gracious enough to bring him out to us. He's doing good, he's doing well. I've had him in his cage since Saturday, not here out in the open. He was over here. Excuse the mess, guys. We have a plumbing problem right now. Our pump to our well, look at this pump, look at this long pump here. Our pump crapped out on us. And we got some guys in here working, probably can't see, but and they're working on our well. They had to go run and get some stuff. But I was keeping them in here, in this room, in the feed room, in the pump room, to keep them warm. And keeping him in that cage so he gets acclimated with the sounds that are around him, with the smells that are around him. And with third shift, him and third shift are going to be running together up here. I don't want to integrate him to the Red Rangers that I have in the back yet, just in case he happens to have some sort of sickness or if he's not completely well. I don't want him to give it to all my birds in the back. So I'm gonna keep him up here for a little bit, make sure he's good. But he's doing well, he's a pretty bird. We'll breed him with our Rhode Island Reds in the back and see if we can't hatch out some Rhode Island Reds. He's not going to be dinner, guys. We didn't save this guy for him to be eaten. He can become one of the mascots and a breeder for us. Just like third shift. He's more of just a mascot and on cleanup duty. Alright, so let's let him out. They've been getting to know each other since Saturday. It is now Monday. So they've gotten to know each other for a couple of days through the fence. I'm sure they're going to fight. That's just what chickens do when they meet each other. See, they have to assort the pecking order. Whenever you introduce a new chicken or some new chickens to your flock, the pecking order changes. There's new members. So now there has to be a new assortment of who's the boss and who's not the boss. So, third shift is the boss right now. Let's see if he stays the boss. So let's open this up. And we'll let him come out on his own free will. I did have a waterer in there for him and some food and everything. I took that out when I put him in the sun. He's been chilling in the sun most of the day today. Getting nice and warm. So far so good. They're just acting like they're friends. They didn't even fight right off bat. They did scrap a little bit through the fence right when we first got them on Saturday, so maybe they got their fight out of the way already. We'll see. Third shift tried to start it. Now this little rooster here did get a little following in Greensboro. through Facebook and through the Nextdoor app. There was quite a few people following him every day. When someone else would see him in their yard, they'd take a picture, or they'd post it. And he's got a name, but I don't remember his name. I'm gonna have to ask my wife. I'm sure she remembers. I don't want to rename him since he's already got a name. And I'll be posting more pictures of him on Instagram and on Facebook. You can follow us on Facebook at Honest Open Permaculture. On Instagram, it's hopfarmnc. You're free, buddy. You're free. You're out. He likes to dance like that. There was even an article written about him in the Rhino Times. I will try to link that article down in the description. And in part of the article it said, someone said that it looks like there was something wrong with him. And I think this is what they were talking about. Him waving his head like that. If they haven't been around many roosters, then this is a common gesture from a rooster. Not all roosters do it, but a lot of roosters do. They wave their head back and forth like that. I'm not 100% sure why. Not sure if it means something. I'm sure it does, but I just hadn't picked it up myself, and I haven't taken the time to research it. I've never seen Third Shift do it, but he likes to shake his head. Look at him. He's got him a friend now. What you think, buddy? You got your friend? Yep. You're gonna tell him you're boss? I think he realized you're boss. Yep, he realizes you're boss. You're still boss right now, Third Shift. I haven't heard him crow very much, so I'm assuming he's a younger bird, still getting his voice in. So his crow probably sounds a little bit funny right now. That might be also another reason why someone thought he wasn't well or something's wrong with him. Because younger roosters' crows sound pretty funny and cackly and like a 13-year-old boy going through puberty. I just went up and asked my wife to see if this little rooster had a name. Thought she said he did. Some people were calling him Jethro. No one really named him, which is kind of something funny to call him. But my wife said we were going to call him Hobbs because that was the street he was found on, or the area he was found on. So we're going to call him Hobbs. So everybody welcome Hobbs to the farm. He's got a little bit of frostbite on his comb and on his wattles. This time of year, most roosters do. They don't really tuck their heads like hens do when they're sleeping at night when it gets really cold. Because it's a rooster's job to stay unaware, to keep his head up and on a swivel and look around. So he usually, instead of tucking his head under his wings like most females do, the rooster's head's usually out looking around, just instinctive. So they usually get a little more frostbite than the females.